That'll work. All right, let's do it.
Just like the biggest of big gulps. With
I'm really short, by the way, so this is like normal people size. That's all.
Normal. What is it? Okay. Welcome to the Stream Feens podcast, episode number 7. My name is Former. You already know. We got Drake in the building for the first time ever on the first episode. Drake, say what's up, man. Awesome. We got Nex as our special guest, which I'm super duper excited for. Nex is the homie. We've been tight for quite some time now, so it's really cool to be able to bring him onto the podcast. I assume a good bit of you are going to be here from his community that he's built since a couple years ago when we were smaller streamers. Now I can't get on to Twitch without seeing you at 20 plus, which is crazy. That's like dope as hell.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I want to start at the very beginning. That every single person, including Petka, that's been on this podcast, we asked this question. The very first game you ever played, gaming console you ever delved into, have at it, man.
Super Nintendo, Super Mario World.
Was like the first game you played?
Ever. Like when I was like 5 years old or something like that, 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, so was there ever like a family member or any friend that you knew where you even like got to bedabble onto their console at all? Or system, whatever they had at the time?
No, because I own consoles right off the rip kind of thing. Like
Right.
when I was younger, we were a little bit better off kind of thing.
Right.
But then through some like family baloney, basically my mom was the only one that was around kind of deal. So she still tried real hard, and I still got some of them, right? You know, like some of the new releases. But for the most part, I had to wait until I got a little bit older till I could start working and getting my own. Like I remember the first console I actually bought was an Xbox 360 because my mom just could not afford it. Like, and I wanted it so damn bad.
That's what's up, though. It's cool to be able to say that, like, you kind of started on your own. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah. 100%.
Like, in a way. That's awesome. Drake, do you have any questions off rip before I start, like, ripping off left and right?
Nah, go right for
All
it.
right, bet. We'll go with the flow. So if any point you want to hop in, have at it. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. First things first. Next. This is not an important question whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Your Twitter bio.
Buyer.
Says lover of mac and cheese. Who has the best mac and cheese and why?
Who has the best mac and cheese? Bro, my mom.
Why?
Why? Because mom makes it with love, dude. And honestly, it's all that extra butter.
So, like, okay, I get it. I respect it. I figured there would be some answer in terms of the ingredients, but so
honestly, it's just the way she makes it. It's the best. I can't like be like, oh, this place is better than this place is better than this place is better because I don't know. It's just like It's like tomato soup and grilled cheese, you know? It's like one of those things where it's like, it doesn't matter where you get it kind of thing. It's always going to be amazing, you know?
I respect it.
Like, and like, I know, like, when I go to mom's and I have this, like, mac and cheese, it's going to be like triple S top tier mac and cheese, you know?
Right. I respect it. So there's a lot of information I already kind of know. So I'm able to kind of guide the questions about it, right? Seeing as you're from Canada, do you have Panera bread there?
No.
You don't?
Or not that I'm aware of, at least, where I'm at.
Damn, that's a rip. Because that mac and cheese is top tier.
We did get Popeyes just recently here, and I hadn't been myself, but my mom had. I was like, "Do you have mac and cheese?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, oh,
"That's
gonna
it.
have to try that. Gonna have to try it."
That's it. So back on topic here. We talked about gaming, right? And when you bought the 360, what was the first like kind of game that you hit hard and played a lot of?
The first Dead Rising.
You played a lot of it.
The first Dead Rising, yeah. Because I bought an Xbox Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if you know what those are, but they have a no memory on them.
Okay.
They come with a memory stick. You didn't get a hard drive.
I honestly have no clue. No.
Yeah,
No,
it's called Xbox Arcade, like an Xbox 360 arcade style. But yeah, honestly, it was the biggest ripoff of my life. Not about it. But I didn't have any games except for the arcade games that came with it because like when I initially bought it, like I said, I was working at McDonald's, man, and I was like actually helping out at the same time at home.
Right.
So like half my checks were going to whatever I want kind of deal.
The other half was going to helping out.
Yeah.
So were you making, seeing as it's McDonald's, I can't imagine it'd be that much. I'm not gonna talk numbers here. I don't expect numbers, but were you making enough to like buy more and more games? Like there was a point. So
yeah, I was buying games for sure. But that first 2 weeks, I didn't have the ability to.
Right.
And my one homie Sam, I knew he had a 360, and he had it for a while, kind of thing.
Right.
And he had Dead Rising, and I always wanted to play it when I was at his house, but it wasn't a multiplayer game, so it's one of those things where it's like, don't really touch single player games when you're hanging out with the homies, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up borrowing it off of him, and I beat it in 12 hours, and then I ran through it again, and I beat it in 6 hours, and I got the perfect ending, and I just literally just kept going at it. The only thing I didn't do with that game really was get the 53,000 zombie kills in one run.
So
it's impossible.
With that being said, seeing as you were so involved with, and like you said, you cut your time in half and beating it, was speedrunning ever a thing for you?
Yeah, but after I started getting more games and Call of Duties, obviously, I started getting more into that and whatnot. I kind of put that to the side, but excuse me, it's still something I look at I'd like to do, kind of thing. I don't know. There's still games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 just released, and I literally 100%ed all of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 in 3 hours.
That's wild. So I've never played anything. Literally none of the games you mentioned I've never even touched. Tony Hawk I've played a little bit of. Not a crazy amount, but it's cool to see that we kind of ended up in the same lane at one point in time. Now you're kind of straying and going into PC games, which I get it. It's kind of like every stream. It's almost like if you're a streamer.
Not even so much PC games. Sorry for cutting you off there.
No, you're good. You're good.
But it's more so just variety. And I feel especially now with where Call of Duty and Warzone's at, you can see it a lot more. Look at how many people are playing Among Us.
Among Us is, so we have meetings every Monday and for stream
emergency meeting. Bop.
Plug. But no. So we had a meeting yesterday for Stream Feens, and we were talking about the content for the week and stuff like that. And we were talking about making an Among Us video, right? Mm-hmm. And we looked at it, and we were like, damn, we looked at trending. Have you looked at trending gaming on YouTube? It's like 10 of 13 videos is Among Us. It's like, whoa. It's crazy. It's kind of like not Fortnite complex, but almost. It kind of like came out of nowhere in a way.
You want to hear some crazy stuff, though, man, is I don't know how long I've been playing Among Us for. But when I started playing it, it was a dead game. There was me and 3 other people streaming it. I had 12 people watching. The other people had maybe 12 people combined, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy to watch it go from having a 50-person community after it. I don't know what the initial release was like on that game.
Right.
But it's crazy to see it go from where I saw it at to Ninja's profile picture is third imposter kind of deal on Twitter. Right. It blew up.
So before we get too far off of the introduction topic, right? I'm gonna reflect it into Drake. We're gonna Drake pulled in here. Drake, you ready, brother? On the spot. Ready? You're muted. Have at it. Can you hear me?
Bubble bub.
Can you hear me? He's loading up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're really loud. Hold on. Say something real quick.
Yo.
You're good right there. Perfect. Whatever you just did, keep it. All right, awesome. So, first gaming console. It doesn't even have to be your first exposure into gaming. Hit me. I want to know because it's different. Your personality is like nobody else's I've met so far. So it's dope. I'm excited. Have at it.
With a game console that wasn't even really a popular game console. It was called a V-Smile. And
was it
you would have to...
Was it like... Oh man, we had a thing called a leapfrog. I had a thing called a leapfrog. Okay.
Yeah, it was like that, but not exactly. So with this V-Smile, it had the huge controls, so it had 3 buttons and a joystick.
Right.
And you'd basically play games that was a teaching game, learning game.
Right.
So it'd be but it would involve other cartoons and stuff. So it'd be I remember there was a Scooby-Doo one that was always about finding numbers and mysteries and solving it that I was addicted to.
Okay. And
then there was one that was SpongeBob. I can't remember it, but it was it was little kid stuff. But my first actual exposure to any kind of game was when I went to go with my dad during my first summer with him in Georgia. I was watching him play a game and I was very confused. I was very confused of what game it was, and I asked him, "How do you play it?" And he was very open and saying, "Yeah, this is Call of Duty Black Ops."
The Black Ops 1?
Black Ops 1.
So you're 18. We just talked about this before. If I'm 20, you're 18. How old would you have been when that happened? That was
a
decade almost, dude.
Yeah, almost a decade. And the funny thing is that when I started playing Black Ops, I was not on Xbox. I was a PlayStation gamer for the longest time.
So was PlayStation your first console that you played anything on for yourself?
Yeah, basically. I was addicted to PlayStation. I was always playing. It was mainly Call of Duty. I played a lot of Call of Duty when I was really, really young. My dad taught me how. But then he had his own computer that he built, and he showed me how to do a little bit of PC building, but he never really got into depth with it. So I also dabbled in PC gaming, mainly Minecraft. So Minecraft was another one that I was really into.
So, Nex, when we met, it was early Blackout. We were playing.
Yeah.
I was.
Did Blackout drop yet? Even though Blackout dropped at this point, I think.
I want. Yeah, no, for sure. Because the way we met is I found your stream and I was watching you for a couple weeks, and this is when I was a part of Orbit. I joined Orbit with the intention of creating a Blackout team, which at the time was unheard of because not many people had a Blackout team. But like, I was so involved with the game that I was like, I needed to make it happen, especially for somebody like Orbit, because Craig 80s. I had conversations with and I had a connection with before he even joined Orbit. So I had a way into the 40K, I had a way into Orbit via Craig. And I knew I could make it happen, and I didn't want to make it happen for a small team. I wanted to make it happen on a much bigger scale if possible because I knew I could. So when I joined, I got signed to Orbit strictly as a streamer. I joined as a streamer, but all the leads knew I joined.
What was up?
Just for the time being as a streamer until I was able to become quote-unquote lead Blackout, whatever it was at the time. And right when I started looking, you were one of the first people I stumbled across, but one of the last people I invited. It's weird how it worked, but I was lurking and lurking and lurking because there was a time where I forget what game it was, but you found another game like mid Blackout. Do you remember what it was by chance?
I can't recall.
You were playing a lot of Blackout. I was like, dope, and then you slowly faded into this other game, and I was like, we're losing him. He's like done with. I'm like, he's done with Blackout, and then you came back onto Blackout. I was like, all right, I don't know when he's gonna fade away again, so like I need to hop on this situation now. Yeah. So that was dope. So yeah, that's when I originally found you. So Drake found Call of Duty through Black Ops 1 and his father. How did you originally get into Call of Duty? And how did that lead into Black Ops 4 Blackout? In a way, like, does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
100%, I get that. The campaigns.
So you were big in. You were big into campaigns?
Yeah, the Call of Duty 2, I played at one point in time. I can't remember that story for the life of me. But Call of Duty 3 was what really like grabbed me and made me like a Call of Duty player. And like the story was just like beautifully well done. And like then COD 4 came out, man, and like after that, if you played COD 4, you were hooked, you know?
Well, like the Modern Warfare 1, yeah?
Like yeah, the OG MW, man, like the OG crawling through the freaking field with Price, my guy. Like
yeah.
That was beautiful. That was
ghillie
like,
suits and search and destroy days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's the original Ninja Diffuses, yeah.
Yeah. So were you? What? So when Blackout came out, was that your first exposure to a BR? To a battle royale?
No. I played Fortnite seasons like 1 through 3 technically.
But did you play them hard, or was it like just playing?
Well, initially, yeah, I played hard with the homies because we loved the idea of a BR. But to be fair, we were waiting for PUBG to drop on console, and when it did, we swapped over to PUBG. And honestly, man, like I've got like so many good memories in PUBG, and just like as janky as that game is, it's so much fun. It is
fun.
So good.
It's fun on PC. It's fun on console too. I wish it ran a little smoother, but I could definitely find some enjoyment.
It is what it is. To be completely fair, I've been thinking about even getting back in PUBG at this point.
I was too. Not like recently, but like a couple weeks ago, I was like, damn, I would totally play it here and there.
PUBG is so much fun, man. I'm like going back through my old clips of me popping domes and everything, and just like the good times I had. PUBG is like a chill game, but also gets. I like to think of it like it's like Sea of Thieves. It's really chill until it isn't. You know, like.
Yeah, no, that's a really good way to put it. Drake, what were you gonna say, man?
I was saying that's really funny because that's exactly what I did. That my first introduction to battle royales was, well, technically battle royale. My first introduction was Minecraft Hunger Games. I was huge into that, but my first actual BR that was like meant to be a BR was Fortnite. But the thing was, I bought it to actually play the Save the World edition. So I started in the Save the World area. I played the battle royale like once in a while just as fun, because I was waiting for PUBG. and then I played PUBG, and then I switched to Fortnite, and I was a Fortnite gamer pretty hard until all the people started getting really good at building. I'm like, yeah, I can't keep up with that.
Season 3, yeah.
So, would you go as far as saying you were a big BR fan, Drake?
I was.
So where was the barrier that stopped you from buying Black Ops 4? Because when I talked about it a little bit ago, you said you hadn't touched much in it, but I feel like when Black Ops 4 dropped and they started talking about Blackout, everybody in the BR world was excited. I can't think of a specific player or streamer that wasn't excited about Blackout if they streamed BR games.
A AAA title is dropping a BR. What's not to be excited about?
Exactly.
That's the funniest thing, though, is that I was also playing Call of Duty through all those times, and the most recent Call of Duty I played was Black Ops 3, but I played it on the Xbox 360 because I never got an upgrade.
Right.
So when I got an upgrade to Xbox One, my first game that I got, and I didn't even have Xbox Gold, so I only had internet.
Right.
My first game that I started playing on the Xbox One was, surprisingly enough, Destiny.
Like Destiny 1?
Yeah, Destiny 1. Back in the Taken King.
So
is when I was first introduced.
Was it strictly your internet access or online access that stopped you from playing that? Or was there something about the game that you didn't like or didn't want to touch?
It was Advanced Warfare that really killed it for me. It was Advanced Warfare, and then the few games after that.
That faded you out of Call of Duty?
That faded me out of Call of Duty. I actually used to be one of, well, I wouldn't say I was one of, but I was a high Xbox sniper on Black Ops 2. I was a top tier sniper.
So you really didn't like Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Infinite Warfare, hey?
No. I loved Ghost so much. I actually got the Hardened edition. Ghost is my favorite Call of Duty today.
Yeah, Ghost. There are a lot of people that hate on that.
Best campaign ever. I don't even care what anyone says.
I hate how it ends though. Seeing as there was no Ghost 2, I'm pissed that it ends with. Oh, what was his name? Rourke.
It's a swap skinny. Your brother you've been trying so hard to save the whole time. It's cool. He's good now, but now I'm taking the other brother.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
so it was after Advanced Warfare is when I started to fall out of the Call of Duty community and just losing it. And Destiny kind of pulled me away from that. And ever since, basically, I've been playing Destiny, I've always had the dream of becoming a Destiny streamer. So
I mean,
the Destiny community is insane, to be completely honest, and I've seen a lot of streamers that go straight Destiny grow really, really quick because people are just super involved in the community.
Yeah, I respect it, for sure. You've been playing a lot of it lately. With Drake's been playing a shit ton of Destiny. With the new update coming out, though, I mean, if you hit it hard enough, it should be you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're gonna become the biggest Destiny streamer, but there's definitely room there.
That's not a good thing.
I'm wanting to actually compete in the raid race to try to be world's first in the newest raid.
That's fair.
For the new update?
When the new raid comes out, I want to hit that hard.
That'd be tight.
Gonna be a lot of Red Bull and G Fuel.
There's gonna be people beating that shit like day one.
Yeah, no, that's
100%.
the whole goal. You want to beat it in the span of 24 hours, because if you do it, you get either an exclusive emblem, or if you're the first team, you actually get a whole belt.
Well, like a
WWE belt, and you get an exclusive emblem, and you get the
sent to you.
Yeah, sent to you from
Yeah,
Bungie.
like you're the best.
I did not know they did that.
Like an
I had
IRL
no
belt.
clue they did that.
Yeah.
Do you remember with the VidCon challenges back in Halo 3, the first people that got those done?
So it's funny because I never ever. Oh man, in terms of competitive gaming, racing to anything, I was never into any of it until. Oh man, it's funny. It's fun, Drake. This is the Call of Duty that you say made you fade out, but this is the Call of Duty that really hooked me. Was Advanced Warfare. I know that sounds crazy because a lot of if you're a true Call of Duty player, Advanced Warfare was not a good Call of Duty, right? But then there's me who I loved it. That was the first time I dove into game battles, and then wagers and real stuff like that. But we were doing clan wars on Ghosts and stuff like that. Clan wars back in the day where there was a phone app where you had to play a certain oh man, I hope to God you guys know what I'm talking about. You had to play a certain game mode to earn gold, silver, or bronze for that week. And depending on how much XP and stuff that your clan earned in there, you would be given rewards, and at the end of the week, you'd be named, like, whatever, and you'd gain clan XP, and that's when you could turn your clan tag to, like, yellow and red.
Yellow.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're exactly talking about.
Yeah.
I never got the app though, because I never had a phone.
So that was
recently.
that was the first, like, quote-unquote racing or competitive thing I ever went into. And then, like I said, we did game battles for wagers in Advanced Warfare. I lost a bunch of money because I wasn't as good as I thought I was. Right? Yeah, so we're playing. I'm like, oh, we're good as hell. Literally, I think the first time we wagered was a $100 wager.
Oh my goodness, why would you do that to yourself?
For a little player, right, that like has no clue what the other competition looks like.
Wages, my dude.
Yeah,
That's
I was
on
like,
the dollar menu,
I'm
bless
in.
you.
And then we ended up, honestly, it's something I'll never forget because it was such an eye-opener. I remember the feeling afterwards, like, damn, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I think we got sweeped. Like, I don't think we won it. It was a search and destroy match. I don't think we won a single round in all three of the well, it would have been 2. It was a best of 3. The first games, both of them went 6-0, and I'm like, damn, $100, 10 minutes gone. Like, that's shitty. Yeah, so, and $100 was a lot, because I was younger then. I was busting my ass for chores for $100.
2 games, my dude.
Yeah. So it was crazy, and then, like I said, we touched on the blackout, and then blackouts when the Orbit was I took Orbit a lot more seriously than I probably should have. I think had I like sat back on it, you know what I mean, and not indulged as much, it would have worked out better. I'm glad, and I wouldn't change anything I've done up to this point, because like I'm super stoked with where I'm at right now, especially with Stream Feens.
There you go.
It's funny though, because the end of Orbit for me was the end of Orbit for a bunch of other people, including you, Nex.
Yeah.
It was at the same time. I remember it was within 2 days that we left. Because of Booger.
Yeah, Booger basically started a landslide.
Well, it was like he kind of said something to me. I forget what he said, but it was very eye opening, and I was like,
we were all weren't we all in a Discord call kind of thing? And he was like, yeah, like if you guys aren't happy, like just do you. Don't do this because of me. But
well, it was just like I forget what he said, word for word. I couldn't tell you, but the way he put it,
it's similar to that. He was super chill about it, and it was no hate.
Right.
On Orbit fight whatsoever.
But
he was
also,
just like, don't do this because of me. I remember that much. Do it because you want to go somewhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it was super eye-opening, and I was like, damn. And then from there, this is funny, and I'm excited to talk about this in particular because, oh, man, Concept X.
Oh, boy.
Bro.
I honestly, I didn't even think you were going to bring that.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm bringing it up. So, for the people watching, and Drake has no clue about this, but there was a team before Stream Feens for me that was called Concept X in terms of like making my own team. We made this thing. We got a logo. We got designers. We had a solid roster. And honestly, I still to this day think it would have worked if it started in a different time. It was
a lot of, and I'm just going to put it as it is, poor communication and like you said, poor timing.
Yeah. Well, communication was a lot of it for sure. Seeing as I had to go back to college, and then Jay had to go back to college.
Yep.
So right there eliminates my communication. Not my communication, but seeing as I had to balance, the daily college schedule and everything else, it was difficult. But literally and it sucks because in the back of my head, that burned bridges with people for me. And it may not have, but to me, in the back of my head, I ruined an opportunity there because I gained trust and then dropped it in Orbit, and then I gained trust again and dropped it even harder in Concept X, and I feel like I lost a lot of people with that. So it kind of fucked me. But I mean...
Well, I gotta say something in your defense a little bit. Like, yeah, it was like a little poorly the actions taken on your part, but at the same time, there wasn't much patience for the group either. Because, like, I know we had people bow out, like, after a week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like it was really quick. It was like we opened this small business and then investors didn't see, a return right off the rip. So they're like, nah, we're pulling your funding.
Yeah, it was difficult for sure. There was a lot of things you could have done differently that I almost wish we did. It's crazy because I think about this a lot more than someone like you may think I do. It's weird.
I know, honestly, I think it would have been insane. I feel like I don't think, like you said, I don't think any bridges were burned, but like, I mean, I haven't spoken to Jay in a hot moment myself.
He pops into my chat every now and then. But other than that, I haven't had like a legitimate conversation with him in a minute. and he was oh damn, he was one of the ones I was like I fucking loved for a bit, right? Jay was the homie, dude. Yeah, it was just, it's crazy, and I think Stream Feeds is dope, right? I think Stream Feeds is everything I wanted Concept X to be with different people.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's hard. The only thing I wish I could change about Stream Fiends is it's very like we're a team and we're a big happy family, right? I wish other people were able to put in what I do, and I understand that they can't. Do you know what I mean? There are some people that bust their ass for the team, and I get it. But like, if everybody were to put like 200% in there, crazy. I'm like, obviously they care about it, but there's people like Tom is still in school, right? Okay. So it's difficult for him. There's people I want to sign, but like their jobs and stuff like that is affecting the times we can talk and the meetings. It took us damn near over a week to figure out a good solid meeting time for Monday, which is crazy because like we couldn't decide like what day works and then da-da-da-da.
Monday's a crazy day though, right? It's the beginning of the week, right?
Yeah. So it's difficult for sure. But seeing as I went from Orbit to Concept X to Astonished for a little bit, I joined Hectic. I bounced around a lot of teams. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Thinking about it now, it's like probably terrible, but
and that's that's the funniest thing is that I know a lot of people who have bounced around teams and stuff, and it's weird to me because I never had a steady friend group when I played video games. I was always a lone wolf,
right?
You know, if you know what I mean. I never found my way to like actually go after like seeking like actual type friend groups to go play with. I was always by myself, just only wanting to work on myself and in gaming,
right?
Which is the weirdest thing because I could imagine if I was to like be more active, like look for teams, I probably could have become like a little bit noticed,
right,
more often.
All right, Nex, I'm about to hit you hard, brother.
All right,
I'm about to smack it. Ready? I think. So this episode is going so much like we're all just talking as a group. I think it's because we're tight as hell, and you're not like one of those people to me that I'm like, gotta interview this person for this one. So it's kind of like just chatting. So time to hit converse. I'm gonna hit you with a bunch of questions. You ready?
Sure.
Team Fiki, how'd you find them? What about them do you love? Give me one thing you would change without getting yourself in trouble.
Okay. So basically, I learned about them through a couple different people.
Right.
Just some streamers that I really appreciate and thought were super cool people. Like Hurtman was actually one of them right off the rip. I don't know if you know Hurtman. 23.
He's in your chat, right? You
don't see him too frequently. He's very busy between life and his stream. He's got a hard time bouncing into other people's.
The name sounds really familiar. It kind of makes me wonder if one of the times I popped into your chat, it just so happened that he was there.
It might have been the case. That might have been the case. No lie.
Possibly.
Oh, excuse me. But it started like really like to be real talk only with a few people that I knew really well, kind of thing, just because I've been part of their streams and whatnot, and just I've always seen them around, and it was all people from Blackout community that kind of like transferred over to Modern Warfare, right?
Right.
Nation also being another really big part of that. I don't know if you know who Nation is, but he's kind of like swapped on more so to YouTube.
Yeah,
he still does streaming, but like he's more a content creator on YouTube now. But like they just all had really high energy and super positive, and they never got down on themselves. And I really like that because that's like something that I reflect kind of deal,
right?
But yeah, besides that, like one thing I would change. And sorry, what was the whole question again? May I have it back?
So the question was originally how'd you find out about it, which you just answered. What's your favorite part about being in it? And if there's one
friends I've made for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, like honestly, like TJ's Rice. I don't know if you ever popped in on him.
I haven't ever popped in on him, but I saw the tweet and I clicked on it. I clicked on his stream just to see like what he was about and where he was like analytically speaking, like followers and stuff like that. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But TJ's Rice. So funny story about him. When I first joined Fiki, because like I didn't know him till I go through the Fiki members list, like the Team Fiki section in Twitch, right?
Right.
And I go to his stream and like legit it's like black screen, and then I get in there and he's like, oh, like legit upset, like about to yeet a controller across the room. I'm like, yeah, no. and then I basically was looking for a extra player one day. And he was like, "Can I hop in?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And this was like a couple months ago at this point. And we ended up like chatting and chilling. And he was super respectful of my PG stream situation kind of deal.
Right.
And he was just like a super cool guy. And I actually told him the story. I was like, "You know what, man? It's a good thing like you came and spoke to me, because I don't think we'd ever be friends. Because first time I popped into your stream, you were like legit going psycho." And he was like, "No, it just happens once in a while." I'm like, "No, I get that, but I'm really glad like you came and spoke to me, because otherwise we would never be friends." Like,
He's like, I would have
like
never
it was just
reached
the
out
one
for
poor
sure.
time I walked in, right? I
Yeah.
legit walked in and saw that rage. I was like, "Nah, bro."
Clicked off. So how was the you might not even know this, but how was the Fiki Twitch made? Is there, when I looked into it, and maybe it was made how
From
long
the
ago?
Fiki.
Okay, how long ago were they established? I don't need a date, but like a few years,
I'm not 100%
like
certain.
years for sure, or months. What do you think?
I believe 2018. I want to say like around the time I started streaming.
Okay.
But I might be off by a year. It might have been just established last year.
Okay, so it might have changed, it might have changed over the time. But when I looked into making one for Stream Fiends, right?
Mhm.
It maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I looked in the wrong place. But it seems now that a Twitch partner, needs to start the team.
Yes, 100%.
So
You have to be a Twitch partner to start a team.
Did that change, or is there someone on Fiki that's a Twitch partner?
Yeah, but Fiki is partnered.
What, like the team channel itself?
But Fiki, no, he's a streamer himself. He
Okay,
streams a lot of
so-
Black Ops.
I'm so confused. See, because when
It's
I picture
Team
that,
Fiki,
right,
but Fiki.
is
Yeah.
like the owner.
Yeah.
So there's one person, the owner,
Here,
Bafiki.
1 second.
Dude, I didn't know that.
No, it's all right. Honestly, I think it gets a lot of people confused to the point where, like, even like when I got into the team, they're like, make sure you use this hashtag instead of this hashtag, because that's actually for the actual streamer
Yeah.
that like runs this group. I'm like, oh, okay, got you. But yeah, but Fiki, he's a real cool dude.
Do you have access?
most-
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I've spoken to him a couple times. He's a little like fast paced when it comes to like how he chats with people.
Right.
But at the same time, like he's only got so much time in his life. He's doing school. He helps his parents run a hotel, kind of thing. Like any streaming, right? Like so he's like really really busy.
Right.
But like no, he's a real chill dude. Like how do I say it? He's like friends with people instantly to the point where it's like, like how people kind of knock on each other, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, like right off the rip, he'll knock on you, but he's like, it's cool. It's like, all right, I get this guy. That's all right.
I see what you mean. So something I'm super. Oh man, I envy it how much you pursue it and how well you do it. There's one thing about you that is absolutely insane to me, and it's your schedule. Not only that I go live this day every day, like or this time, or at least I try to every day, right? But
Yeah.
in terms of what is it, Spooky Saturday, or is it Spooky Sunday?
Spooky Saturday.
Spooky
Supporter
Saturday,
Sunday,
Supporter Sunday. Oh man,
Last Man Monday.
Twitter Poll
Twitter Poll
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Warzone Wednesday. Toss
So-
Up Thursday. Fire Pit Fridays.
That is crazy to me. And it's crazy that it like consistently throughout the week is the same thing and you don't mess that up. Or does it ever screw you in terms of like, damn, I really want to play this but I can't? Or is it like it's very much so, is it mentally like it's my stream, if I want to play that I'll go play that?
Yeah, pretty much. But at the same time, like, I love Call of Duty, but like, I mean, I'm fine with only getting in one.
Right.
And then like, I love Dead by Daylight, and I don't exactly have like a day for that. But I could play like a short horror game on Saturday, and then the other half of that stream play Dead by Daylight because it's spooky.
Right.
Or like there's Toss Up Thursday, like I said, that is legit my day where I do whatever I want.
Okay. So
And Fire Pit Friday. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. So you're kind of already doing it, but I just want to put a label on it here. Go through every day of the week and give me an in-depth like how it works.
Okay, so we'll just start at the beginning of the week. We'll start Monday.
Hit me.
Monday, it's called Last Man Monday, and basically it started off as random BRs, but it's gotten more solidified to the point where it's like we play Sea of Thieves to kick off every Monday.
Okay.
I call it, starting off with some swashbuckling shenanigans.
Yup.
But yeah, like we've kind of solidified like a full crew there, and we pirate for about 3 to 4 hours every Monday. And then after that, we usually do high res games. I've been getting really into high res games, so like Paladins, Smite, Rogue Company, Realm Royale. Been really enjoying those.
Right.
And then Twitter poll Tuesday is pretty self-explanatory. I pick games that we don't really play on the stream too frequently, and then just put a Twitter poll up, and people pick, and I'm like, all right, I'm playing that game, I guess.
Yep.
Warzone Wednesday, easy peasy. We drop it into Verdansk, right? Toss Up Thursday, I already hit you with it. It's whatever I want to play that day. Fire Pit Fridays is, as of recent, it's been a lot of Fall Guys because I want to get to level 40 and get that battle pass done. But besides that, that can also be whatever I want then and there, because I could play Dead by Daylight because there's a bunch of people in the Fire Pit that have that. I could play a Rogue Company. I could play Call of Duty. I could play literally whatever I want as long as I'm playing with the homies from the Fire Pit, right?
Right.
And then Spooky Saturday, play horror games. As of recent, we did like Silent Hill series. I've like ran through all the Resident Evil series. I'm actually thinking about doing a 24-hour stream. I keep getting blocked at 22 though. 22 is my wall. I want to do a 24-hour stream one of these Saturdays. I'm gonna try and run through every single Resident Evil in one stream.
I believe. That's content, dude. That's hella content.
That's gonna be insane though, and I'm gonna have to speed run it like really fast. Like
that's so funny. So when
then support Sundays.
When you say you hit your wall, do you mean like that's like your body shut
I
down?
I hit it, and I've done it 3 times. I tried to do a 24-hour stream. I hit 22, and my brain just like, no.
Gone. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you. So you mentioned in that list in your list of days that you like playing a lot of high-res games lately, and I think a while back we talked about it off stream, or maybe it was even live. I don't remember it. I think it might have been off stream. I forget what we were doing, but we talked about how you. And maybe this might have changed, but are you still in search of the high-res partnership?
We kind of looked into the requirements you need, and it's almost it's worse than, well, not worse. It's more than partner.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like it's something that I've got on the back burner. It's more difficult to achieve than partner.
More than Twitch partner.
Yes. Sorry, I should have.
No, you're good. You're good. That's crazy.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I'm gonna put it on the back burner, but like I mean I'm not gonna really focus it right now.
Right.
Because like I'm still playing the games, whatever, and I'm having a good time. But I'm not gonna like force high-res down my viewer's throat by any means either.
What other games does high-res make other than Rogue?
We got Smite, Rogue Company, Realm Royale, Paladins.
Drake, you said Paladins is what Drake says?
I think that's all of it right there. I think that's 4.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. There's probably more. Did I miss something, Drake?
No, I can remember Paladins really easily, and Smite. That's because my friends wanted me to play Smite a lot, and I was just never got into it. I'm not in those kind of games.
It's a MOBA, like League of Legends.
Yeah, but Paladins, I was so into Paladins. Like,
I dummied Paladins. I love it.
It's so much fun. I usually run like Buck, and then just go with my build. I can just go hog wild into their team.
I'm Sky. I sneak around and kill everybody. I'm a meta player. I'm a meta player. This is literally how I started. All right, where's my controller? I'm just gonna hold like this. I was like, so which character is the best? and then and my homie's like Sky. I'm like, all right, perfect.
That's me on Rogue.
Okay, but that's the difference between like me and you guys. I go for anybody that's like not used at all, and I always go for people that are never used at all, and just something. So I can find something that would work with them that makes them just dummy stupid.
I get that. I think it was more so because I started Paladin so abruptly, and like I never played it before or anything, so I was just like, bro, just hit me with the best character. I'll just figure out the controls after.
I love that.
And I can respect that.
That's okay. So that's crazy that it's more than partner. I'm surprised. I really am. Then again, when I think of like a game partner, I instantly obviously go to Vigor partner. But see, to be a Vigor partner is like not near what that is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's dope. So as of right now, I know you had an interest in Fade Grips a while back. You were partnered with Fade Grips for a little bit, right?
Yeah, but I hate to be that guy. I didn't like their product.
No, I respect it for sure. So I was gonna follow up with that. You're not anymore. Is there? Have you acquired any sponsorships over the time that you've been streaming?
Nah, not really. I haven't really been pushed for anything like that.
Is it because it like doesn't intrigue you?
It's not that it doesn't intrigue me. It's anything that I want is just at oh goodness gracious, is at a level that I'm just not at.
I respect it. So that's wild. It may not be at a level that you're not at, but there's not. How can I put this? So, for example, I know you're a G Fuel fan, right?
Kind of, sort of. Actually, like all the well, you know, the high energy gamer fuels kind of deal.
Right.
I have to be careful with them because I've been actually like I've got a caffeine sensitivity now.
Right.
And I literally like I have a full G Fuel in less than an hour, and I'm like literally vibrating.
We talked about that on your stream.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. That's crazy. It's kind of concerning because like G Fuel's my shit. So I hope that like and Rogue obviously. So I hope that it doesn't affect me in the long run. I don't know.
I don't know, but that's why like I don't drink it too frequently anymore. And when I do, like I legit always have juggle beside me like at all times.
Yeah, I respect it. All right, so I'm gonna backpedal here because I failed to ask this question earlier after we talked about gaming. Where I like asking this question because I'm intrigued by it every time.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out about streaming? Mm-hmm. What made you want to stream? And I'll go over the question again as you go about it if you need me to.
Okay.
And when did gaming turn into I want to entertain while I game?
Okay, well, initially that was easy. I just found out about streaming from my homie Adam. Actually, he was actually streaming on like Facebook and stuff like that. Like I really never really knew about Twitch or something like that. Like I remember watching at one point for League of Legends matches like years ago. But besides that, I really didn't think nothing of streaming. Because over the while of like what was happening in my life, like I never really had like access to like consoles or internet at this point in time. Like at one point in time in my life after I was 20, I was just like working really hard.
Right.
And like to the point where it's like I remember I was well testing. I had 76 days straight, like on location kind of thing, 14-hour days. Like I'm not playing no video games during then, right?
Right.
And then I ended up moving back to my hometown here in Alberta. And I started playing games, and I had enough time that I could play games for like at least 3 hours a night with the job that I was working. And it was one of those things where I was like, screw it, if I'm gonna play video games, I might as well stream, right? So I was on Mixer for a while, like just jokingly streaming, you know, streaming whatever the hell I wanted, kind of deal. And then I bought my first tower back in December 26th, 2018, and I started like streaming.
Why did you just know that? How did you just know December 20th? Yeah.
Because that's Boxing Day, and that day is really important to me because that's the day I started streaming.
That's crazy. I don't remember the day I started streaming.
I remember the day I started streaming.
When did you start streaming?
So the funny thing is, I've actually tried streaming throughout my whole time I've actually lived in Minnesota. Because every time I got into some game lobby chats and I was always talking to those randos in chat, they were always laughing whenever I was talking. They were like, "You'd be great at this and such." And I was never really into streaming. But then I started to stream. My first game, funny enough, I started streaming was Overwatch.
Nice.
And I was just playing a bunch of that and streaming it, but I never really followed up through it. And then I was in like a game drought for like the longest time, and then my buddy came down because we were watching Rust videos and stuff, and he was like, "Hey, I found this game on Xbox. It looks kind of interesting." Well, what's the game? It's called Vigor.
Haha.
That's when
And
you.
so-
So wait, who said that to you?
That was my mom's roommate, who I'm still living with.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
damn.
And
So it's cool. Does he think anything of it that when he introduced you to the game, like a few years later, you're like partnered with the game devs and you stream it and you have one of the biggest communities in the game?
he said it's all his. It was all his. All his fault to do.
He's
it.
like, "Where's my cut?"
Yeah. But the funny thing is that
Finder's fee.
I watched the trailer. And I bought the game immediately because I was like, you know what? It's $20. I have nothing to lose, and I was already working a job at a golf course that I really loved.
Right.
So I said, go for it. And so I did. About a week in, I was just like, what do I even do? And so a week in after I bought it, I started watching Twitch streams because it was like, I'm not finding any YouTube videos on it, and I'm just, there's got to be another way I can find content. So I watched Twitch people play it.
Yeah.
And the person I can recall I watched first was a guy named Take Notes TTV. I couldn't really stick into a stream very often though because I just didn't feel right. I just didn't vibe with him.
That's fair.
But the second person I watched was an OG campaign partner who's now not a partner anymore, but his name was Wild Anarchist. He got me into streaming. He was the whole reason I started streaming. He was like encouraging, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll always have your side. I'll always have your back." And to this day, we still talk to each other. And actually, now I own one of his old Vigor emotes as one of mine.
That's awesome.
And so I got up the courage the one day, and I started streaming exactly June 18th.
Dude,
No,
see,
not
that's it's crazy to
Yeah.
me. Like, I don't remember my day. Is that a bad thing?
No,
No,
it's not bad.
I feel like it's terrible. I feel like I should totally know my Twitch birthday, and I don't.
Well, the only reason why I remember my Twitch birthday is because June 18th was the day I really got into Vigor, and like how Vigor pulled me in and basically dragged me by a gosh darn leash.
So you found Take No CTV. Next, among your on the road of streaming and leading up to streaming, you said you didn't watch much Twitch, but I'm sure right before you started there was a good bit of Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Was there or Mixer at the time? Is there any streamers that motivated you or had a style of streaming that you didn't want to mock, but almost kind of
Model after.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Super Soldier. Sorry. My homie Mango actually got me into him. He's a variety streamer himself. He's just got like a lot of energy, always super positive. Like he could have like the worst person come in and say something and just be like, "You're lame," kind of thing, like and get him out of there. Like he doesn't care what other people think unless it's positive, right? And he's just like really cool dude, honestly. And like that is definitely somebody I modeled after. And like after meeting Boog too, I kind of also modeled myself a little after like Boogie as well. Like I don't know. I can't wait till he gets his internet and he gets back to streaming because I love Boogie and I can't wait to see that man's live again.
Yeah. Have you seen his car? Totally off topic. Have you seen that dude's
dude,
Beamer?
I know. Dude, have you seen anything he's worked on, bro?
The Broncos.
That man
I know.
has gotten to touch some legendary freaking vehicles.
Yeah. It's super dope. Like just seeing. Yeah, I know. I miss him for sure. He's a personality that I definitely miss on Twitch. It's funny because my sub is still going on him. So when he gets back, she'll be like, "Former has subbed for 20 months in a row." It's like, what? It's so funny. Damn. Okay, so Super Soldier and Booger. That's wild. What game did Super Soldier play? You said he was super variety, but when you found him, what was he playing?
When I found him, I think he was playing Rainbow Six Siege quite a bit. Because Mango ran that with him quite frequently.
Okay. So you recently made the switch almost a full-time PC. You still play Xbox every now and then, but
I play a lot of console and PC games.
What was it that set the stage and made you want to go and get into PC other than, oh man. You know, I'll cut the second part of that question out. What was it that made you want to go to PC, and what about PC helped you in streaming?
There's just a lot of games they had to offer on PC that we can't get on console. That was the biggest thing. There's like a lot of games I saw people playing. I was like, man, that looks like fun. I want to try it. Like, I was straight up as jealousy. That's what it was.
Is there any game in particular?
Man, he's got a cooler toy than I do.
Is there any game in particular that you were like super excited to play but didn't play like you wanted it to? When you in that list of games you were excited to play on PC?
Honestly, everything I've ever gotten into, I've always. But like, I mean, I think like the best way to put it is I can play Sea of Thieves for hours on end, and like that game's an imagination game. I hate to be this guy. I'm super blunt with people about it, but people are like, I can't play Sea of Thieves. It's boring, and I'm like, it's because you don't have an imagination.
So, what about that game? What about that game do you think needs an imagination without saying all of it?
Well, I mean, there's not much to it except what you make of it. Like, I mean, there is like go point A and point B. You know, you can go kill mobs and whatnot. But besides that, there's not some super majestical story being woven around you. It's here's a boat, here's the ocean, have fun. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You could act. I'm gonna back him up saying this. You could do so much in that game. I know personally when I played it, and I'm really thinking about redownloading it now, just the way Nex is describing it. All the opportunities to like be in like character, to be like an actual pirate, to like role play.
Oh, bro, I go full pirate every Monday.
Just
full
the
pirate.
like the imagination of like what you could be.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just, you having a good time. Like, I hate to be this guy. Last night, I get done streaming. I watched a little bit of YouTube phony baloney. I actually had to catch a homie's stream that I missed out. He wanted me to see a game he was playing. I kick on Sea of Thieves 3 a.m. and I play it till 6 a.m. just running around asleep by myself because I found out about these things called vaults, and I'm trying to get good at vaults. But you need more people because you gotta be so fast.
Okay, so jumping forward, your favorite part about streaming, your least favorite part about streaming, and why for both of them?
Favorite part about streaming is definitely the community I made and the amount of people we've gotten to help with the community now.
Word up.
Like the Discord itself, like I think of the Discord's actually like my biggest like prized possession kind of thing, just from the amount of people like we've helped. Like the amount of people the Fire Pit has gone to affiliate, it's actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
My biggest thing right now is like I want to the only reason I want partners, only reason is so I can make a stream team for the Fire Pit.
I respect it. Is there how many? I don't need like an exact number, but would you say there's how many streamers about in the team? Would you say are there in your Discord?
Like from which team? Sorry.
So you said you like it'd be cool to make a team with like a
how
Twitch
many people
team.
from the Discord?
How many people
are,
from
like,
your Discord
streamers right now?
exactly?
Okay, probably like 25 to 30.
And do you know the number of how many people are in there right now off the top of your head?
Almost 250, I think.
That's crazy.
Or a little bit more.
That's what's up. That's tight. So, yeah, that'd be dope. To see you do something like that. That'd be fire. It's it's crazy. I know I've said this to you before in your chat, but I don't think I've ever said it in voice. And in person, on camera, is going to be even better. It's crazy to see how far you've come. And I know that sounds crazy, like, and you don't have like this huge community, but it's genuinely crazy to think we used to sit on 3 viewers on Blackout together.
Yeah, I know, bro.
And now it's like, dude, holy shit. The other day I got on Twitch. I forget what you were playing. You were playing a game I literally never even heard of before. You're sitting on like 70 viewers. Like, whoa. Man is killing it right now.
That being said, the amount of outside support that's been shown to me from like, larger streamers than myself showing support like onto me has been ridiculous lately.
Right.
It really has been.
So to go back to the question, what's your least favorite thing about streaming?
It doesn't happen very frequently with me because of the positivity, but just some of the phony baloney comments you get from chatters, probably.
Yep.
And not just that. I think that there's no easy way to talk about this. The jealousy from some people, like I'm not like Bill Gates. I'm not sitting on $1 million by any means, right? But like, I mean, I've had people that are super cool to my face that have like straight up stabbed me in the back in conversations, and I've had the cool homie come forward and been like, "Yo, this dude's talking crap, and I don't even know why. Like, what'd you do?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Right.
That's probably the most upsetting part, to be honest. It's just like I just want everyone to have a good time and be chilling, and not everyone can have a good time and be chilling, I guess.
There's always got to be that one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So closing question. This is the last one I got for you. Where do you see yourself or your stream in the next 5 years?
Oh, 5 years? Okay, if Twitch is still a thing, I definitely have to be partnered by then.
So if Twitch isn't a thing, do you... If
we
another
improvise, adapt, and overcome, and move on to the next best platform, I suppose.
So if another platform rises and kind of Mixers, if that makes sense, does exactly what Mixer did, but kicks off but
manages to do it.
Exactly. Do you change and restart your community on there, or do you ride with Twitch like you did with Mixer, and have it there to rely on?
Well, here's the thing. I think no matter what, I'm going to ride with Twitch as long as it's a platform. My not biggest concern, but I mean, moving forward into the future is in 5 years is Twitch going to be here still?
Right.
Like I hate to be that guy. Like it probably will be, but
No, you're saying you hate to be that guy, but it's like it's a really valid statement. You know what I mean? It's a valid statement for sure.
It's a lot of time.
To see how fast Mixer came and gone. Plus, I don't thinking about it, right? The whole Dr. Disrespect situation. If little things like that were to happen again, keep happening, we still haven't seen the end of that situation.
And there's
that hasn't come out of court, has it?
No. So, I mean, it's crazy to think. I don't know what actually happened behind the scenes. No one does. But to think that situation alone could put a big dent in Twitch is crazy. Because, if you think about it, right, the contract he was under that got voided could potentially, probably screw Twitch over. In a way. So, that alone, maybe. I don't know. So, there's... Go ahead.
And that is just a part of just what's happening with communities like that anyways. The reason why Mixer had it such a huge fall down was because of employees. And it wasn't even to other streamers. It was actually mainly because it was employees.
It was intermanagement kind of thing.
Yeah.
Belittling people below them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was all about that. And ironically, Mixer closes down a few weeks after that.
They couldn't fight that. And honestly, I think it was really bad timing because they had quite a bit of advocates for exactly what that was against.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had somebody say that while having that many advocates on their platform,
just terrible timing. Especially since
from a business standpoint, that was a huge part of their platform, those advocacies. And the fact that they went around and basically stabbed them in the back or slapped them in the face like that, they ended themselves. So I think they knew it, and before anything else could come to surface possibly, or more court could happen, I think they're like, let's just cut
Shut
this
it
right
down.
now. Let's just burn this bridge right now.
Yep. That's crazy. All right, next, do you have anything for me or anything for Drake off the top of your head?
How's Stream Themes going?
Dude, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but it's dope.
I can't wait to watch I was talking to Drake about this a bit before you joined. I actually can't wait to watch the new the duo's Vigor video there. I saw
that thumbnail.
Earlier on
Yeah.
yeah, he thought one of them was you.
I was like, I don't know which one's former. I was like, because it said best duos ever. I was like, former's gotta be in there, right?
No. It's dope. So Stream Fiends is awesome. I love being able to create from I'm all about creation and entertainment, right?
And you get to create as a collective.
Yeah, the number one reason I got into streaming wasn't to play video games, right? And it wasn't for anything other than to make people smile, right? If I can make one person smile a day, that Twitch is the shit, right?
Exactly.
So the way that I'm able to do that with content and that it's there, I often find myself clicking on the same video multiple times a week if I enjoy that video a lot, right?
I do the same thing.
So if I can create a video that lasts forever on the internet that someone can find entertainment in, not only did I make them laugh or smile that one day on stream, but they can find a video they like and they can revert back to it. But not only that, like you said, I have the collaboration aspect where I can pull from the boys. The team I've built it with is unreal. I wouldn't have been able to do anything that I've done so far without them. And I can't give them enough credit. I really can't. It's crazy. In terms of like Tom is insane. Tom's been running the Instagram, so everything on Instagram is done by Tom. Tom, he's always available. He's killed the podcast idea thing, and he loves the podcast. So I like that if I'm ever in need of something or I need, you know what I mean? Like last second, someone's like, I can't do the podcast. I text Tom, and Tom is 100% on board.
Got you.
Yeah, Mod Vlog is the same thing, but times 5. Mod Vlog will literally do anything ever asked on the spot. That's crazy to me.
What a guy. I love it.
It's wild. Drake dude, this Discord, I don't know shit about Discord. I don't know anything about Discord. I don't know. It's fun. You're a part of my former Discord. You look in there, you're like, what the hell am I looking at? It looks like I literally just pressed create and invited a bunch of people. I didn't do anything to it. So I opened this up and I let. Right now, actually. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So
it's pretty bad.
I opened it up. I let Drake do his thing and he killed it. And not only that, but when I open a folder, and this kind of goes for everybody. If you open a folder trying to make a video and you're like, I need this kind of content in this folder, right? It's always like, damn, I don't know when they're going to do it, if they're going to do it right or what. Mm-hmm. Drake, when we first started, it's funny he's here because I can't say this without him knowing, right? He's going to hear me say it on the spot. But he was the first one in the team to fill the folder. Above everything, I was like, I need 5 to 10 clips. You put 10 in. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Perfect. Holy hell. But it's crazy. There were other people that did it, but he was on it. And that kind of set the stage.
That's the best part about it. That means, Drake really be here because he's excited to fill those folders.
That's what I mean.
That's how you find the people that like don't really want to be there, or the people that are like just like hanging on kind of thing.
Right.
You know, you ask them to fill a folder. You say, yeah, I need these clips by 2 weeks from now. But the
Right.
people that have it within 3 days, those are the people that are like, they want to be there.
Yeah. Not only that, the whole contract thing. The contract is dope. Because I feel like I always saw teams as like when someone said, I signed a contract, I'm like, whoa, that's dope. You're like professional. Right?
Mhm.
Like to me, signing a contract is like the coolest shit ever. Like I know it comes down to like, I wrote my name on a piece of paper. Whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's so much more than that mentally because it makes your team A look so much more professional. B sets it in stone that you're serious about what you're about to do. You know what I mean? It's dope. So the way that I was able to send out the contract, have them sign them, and like get them back is dope. I never thought I'd be in a team where I had to sign a contract, much less own a team that has a contract. Right? And it wasn't going to be anything serious like that. It was simply going to be a group of streamers. But every now and then we saw opportunity to make it a much bigger team, or not make it a much bigger team, but make it a much more professional looking team. And every time it came up, I took the situation. IPAC we just signed is amazing. ZLB is dope. ZLB is tight.
Z knows a lot.
Yeah, Z is crazy. Like he's like he's like a graphic. I forget what like the exact way he put it. Kind of like a designer as like a living.
Okay.
But not like he's not a designer, but he's among that. I don't want to fuck it up. It's something I'd rather let him put a name on.
Got you.
But he's helped like crazy.
And
So
he's
much
funny
stuff
to
that
play
he's
with,
done.
too.
And he's a
Really
hell of a
funny.
dude, hell of a personality, always down to record, ready to go whenever. It's just dope. There's so many people. I hope I'm not missing any names. Sinister Swift is amazing. Don't even get me started on Genesis, man. And it's crazy. I say this, and I don't think he'll ever believe me, but I genuinely mean it when I say it. I've never met anybody in the community that makes better designs than he does, in my eyes.
Jenny actually does like do really, really, really good work.
I've never seen anybody else design better. Like, they could be in the biggest team, be getting paid the biggest amount of money, whatever. His designs are literally the best designs I've ever seen. And
He's passionate about it.
I can't stress it enough. Like, I don't just say that either. Like, I doubt he'll watch this. He's so busy. He's super busy, especially now. If he is watching this, congrats on getting into college, man. That's huge. So yeah, he's got college. He's like designing for us. He got so many different things. I'm like, can I get this design made? He's like, yep, after my college work, I'll get it done. Sure enough, that night I get it done. And it's like, whoa.
Nice.
It's crazy. So he is the only paid member in the team. So to see
that's understandable though,
right?
Like I mean,
right.
The designing is like legitimate like work. Like it's
exactly,
tough.
It's artwork for sure. So
yeah.
I'm paying for that. I would pay everybody else if I could. They deserve it for sure. But it's cool to see that like how devoted they are without pay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. And like to be completely honest, where you guys are, if you've got two people that need to be paid, you still need to have $2 coming in, right? Like,
right. Yeah. No, it's dope. Oh man, I can't stress it enough. I love this team. I really do. Something about it that I'm unbelievably proud to call it mine.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's not. Like, I can't stress it enough. Like, this is not my team. I own it.
It's like
I started it, but it's our team. It's like,
yeah.
And I know people just say that, but I genuinely could not do half the shit I'm doing without them. It looks like I do a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, but in terms of like inspiration, being able to talk and vent and get ideas, yeah, no. Stream Feens is dope. I don't want to like. It's crazy you brought that up because I could literally talk for hours about it, dude.
Dude, that's great. That lets me know that it is a beautiful place and you're really enjoying it, my dude.
It's dope. It's crazy. And then every now and then we get a comment or something on the YouTube. It's just like, nice job, keep it up. And it's like,
that's the fuel to your fire right there.
Yes, it's dope. Like little things like that. We have yet to have anything negative on the team. Not once.
It's anything for like any kind of like content creating. Once you get like that one good comment, you feel like you just made $1 million. Yeah. It's so good.
I like to tell people like this quite a bit, but like like the bits, the donos, the subs aside, like honestly, the things that really hit me are like people hit me with that monthly resub with that really nice note where like they're saying something like along the lines, but next. I love the fact that you always have like a place for me to come. It's always positive here. Like we have like the crappy stay in my life, and I always hop in here, and your positivity makes me like feel better and whatnot. It's stuff like that. That stuff like honestly brings like that makes me like the big heart happy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like the income is like fantastical and whatnot, but like I don't know, man. Like it's the words that really get me. Like I'm pretty sure the VOD's gone by now because I only have it up for 2 weeks. But I like honestly, I never cry. Like it's impossible to get me to cry. But I had a little bit of a rough day, and like the community like really rallied together, and they're like, "You're supposed to be happy. This isn't the right Nex." And they're like they didn't like really bomb me too hard, but like they legit made me bawl my eyes out. Like,
Yeah,
just like the amount of support that was there, like it was crazy, man.
it's dope. It's dope being able to like fall back and know that they're there for that. You know what I mean?
It's crazy how much support you can do, and it could just be off something really silly. I won't lie. The only way I would have got my PC is through my streaming. Like
And I imagine you're super grateful for that, right?
Yeah, I am, and it's
Yeah.
only through my streaming, and it was mainly from the person who's helped me start streaming. Wild and my mother actually together bought me my first PC, and that's the one I'm still using to this day.
That's insane. No, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And that was their congratulations for hitting 300 followers.
Nice.
I couldn't imagine how much he would be feeling right now to see me at 800. He still pops in my streams once in a while, and he's just a great guy.
Oh yeah, brother. I think that's all I have, man.
I think that was well done.
I think we're good. I think we're at a good spot to wrap up.
Yeah.
Drake, any closing thoughts, statements, anything?
Nope.
Next, anything?
I want to thank you guys for having me. It's been fantastic. I had a good time chatting. Honestly, later down the road, let's do a reunion episode. This was fun. I enjoyed this.
I'm down for sure. So here's the thing. Like I said it earlier in the episode. It's like when we bring people on, I'm like, awesome. Like I get to interview this person, but like it's so much different now. I don't want to hit you with so many questions because I already know a lot about you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
B,
like,
we're tight as hell.
It's almost been known each other for like almost 2 years.
So it's like
now, right?
it's cool to it's cool to just sit down and have a conversation. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. I love you, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Got you.
Drake, do you want to do the outro?
I
believe. Hit it, dude. You got it. You got it. Even if it's butchered, you got it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please come by again, and please stop by both Former and Nexus stream.
And Drake's. I'm going to cut him off. Make sure you stop by Drake's, too. The man just hit 800 followers. A big old congrats to that. That's tight as hell, dude. It's crazy because you were just talking about 300. Now you're at 800, dude. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, it's super crazy.
All right, bro.
And
Go ahead.
I will leave this on the last note.
Hit it.
I did all of this because I decided to do one stream where I decided to pull out a white rifle, and that white rifle has made me to where I am today.
Oh, we're getting that story next episode you're on. Stop playing with me. All right.
All right.
Fantastic morning, day, evening, night, whatever it is. I hope it's the best it's ever been. Make sure you spread that peace, that love, that positivity. Toodles.
Hit like and subscribe.